Still within the music realm, multiple Grammy Award-nominated singer Femi Kuti has taken the Afrobeat baton from his late father, Fela, to an impressive height within the global music space. He, however, didn't earn the respect of many music lovers, including his legendary father, from the beginning. In a side chart with the entertainment news on Channels Television just before his regular free concert at the New African Shrine in Ikeja, Kuti shares his early struggles as a musician and how he grew out of the shadow of his legendary father. Take a look.
Let me tell you more about myself. I started off that I left school. All my mates were laughing at me first of all because all their parents, they all went to the best universities, blah blah, and Fela came, took me out of school. The day I was saying bye bye, and they were looking at this one doesn't have sense. His father said, "What do you want to do?" I left. I got into Kalakuta. I said smoking. I had a bike. I would drive that bike from Ikeja to Sulere. 5 minutes. Look, if you see the speed I was going, I had a friend. I would say, this guy will be dead before he's 27, man. You know, look, fellas, I was notorious, not bad of stealing, but just wild life. I was going to all the clubs, but I was reading books. How Europe underdeveloped Africa, Stolen Legacy, Black Man of the Nile. Then I was listening to good music. I was listening to jazz. I knew Charlie Parker, Dizzy Gillespie, John Coltrane, Duke Ellington, Billie Holiday, Stevie Wonder. I was very conscious, but I was wild. So they abused me all that time. Then I said to play with my father. I was a very lousy saxophonist. I will tell you the truth. But all the surrounding was, hey, Fela's son. Only a few people will say, but you squeak. What are you playing? They abused me all that time. Then one day, I decided to leave my father. That was the worst decision I could have taken for them. Idiot, bastard child. Look, one journalist, only one, Okechime, used to work for Daily Times. And they said he was only writing good stories about me because he was working for a government paper. So Fela's fan base hated him because they thought he was writing about me but he was looking at it, for this guy to take such a decision in his life. Wow. So he followed me all my life, you know. Fela saw my band in 89 and he came and he just said, what rubbish is this one playing? You know, and he was so disappointed. He didn't hide his feelings. He said, this guy is playing, I don't understand the rubbish he's playing, you know. You know, I was heartbroken. All my life I've been through abuses and pain. Till Fela heard us again in 91 and he sang my praises again. But you see, I never shied away from taking those hardcore decisions in my life. Even if it meant I would die there. If I believed that this is what I wanted to do, I would do it. That was the upbringing. He gave me freedom to express myself to the fullest. So I won't be... So I have a lot of friends now that said, wow, that decision you took, that was the best. You know, I wish I could have been brave enough to tell my father I didn't want to be a medical doctor. I want to be a cook. I wish I could have told my father I wanted to do music instead of law. There are so many people that just did what they wanted to do because their parents forced them or they wanted to impress their parents. I did music because I wanted to play music. I didn't see myself anything else. And I left because, again, I felt my father didn't give me the tools to play this music like his father gave him. So I was angry. And I left that, well, I'll go and look for my path on my own. And I went. I went into the wilderness, so to say, and found my way. Found my own style of music that nobody liked in this country. It was energy, fast pace. France was the first country in 1998. The French government took me on a tour and I played alongside Jimmy Cliff. the papers Angoulême, Femi the Star of the Night, because nobody was playing that kind of music then. They had already opened the doors. Fela had opened the doors. Hugh Masekela, Maria Makeba, Yusundo. Everybody was already expressing African music. But this guy just comes from nowhere. Fela's son, who they all expected to be like Fela, was far, far, far from Fela. And they said, wow, okay. And the crowd loved it. Femi Star of the Night. And that was the paper we used to start promoting. Femi Kuti and the Positive Force all over Europe. We now went to Sweden, Switzerland, Scandinavia. Then we broke into America in 1993. Nigerians still didn't want to hear me. Motown comes to Nigeria, wanted to sign my father. Motown says, no, Fela says he doesn't want to sign with them. My sister happened to be in Kalakuta that day. And as Motown was walking out, said, why don't you come and watch my brother? Oh, you have a brother? Yeah, I'll say, come. And they come and say, wow, we like what he's doing. So the sister company, Taboo Music, signed me. And that was the release of Wonder Wonder that now broke me in Nigeria. All the awards winnable in Nigeria, I cleared it. But then, again, they started, Fela must have written that song for him because it's too Fela. Again, they did give me credit. Will I be happy? But they still did not want to put me where I should have been. Doesn't bother me. I still wake up every day to do 6 hours of practice. The day I can't do that, then I don't have what I want to be alive for. I still do what makes me happy. Pick up my horn, and I'm going to play free tonight. And tonight is going to be one of my happiest days, apart from when I'm with my children. See? So what people say doesn't really bother me anymore. I've cried the cry. Those tears are gone. There'll always be space for everybody. And this particular Afrobeat of Fela's mind will always be there. As classical music is always there, or jazz is always there. So there will always be. See, something happened on Twitter and somebody just abused me and said I'm a finished artist. I just come back from playing the Hollywood Bowl, which I've played now 9 times over the course of my life. 9 times, 16,000 people venue. So I just sent him a clip. Is this a finished artist? He quickly deleted his message, but I didn't delete the tweet. Because when you are political, like my father, the radio stations or multinationals shy away from you because that is not what they want the youth to hear. Conscious music is not what they want you to hear. The world in general is more about love, sex, gegen. Unfortunately, some of us want to take our lives very seriously. So we sing about serious issues. Like a song, Better Ask Yourself. Better ask yourself those important questions. Why is Africa the way it is? And when you listen to that track, it makes you aware of your surroundings. So those are the kind of songs I sing. And those kind of songs will awaken your consciousness, but it's very difficult to promote. But am I finished? I'm going on tour next week. Between now, I've done this year about 47 shows outside this country. But I will still come back and play free at the Shrine like tonight. So I take all my funds, the little I have, I'll come and play free. My band still has to survive. The employees here have to survive. So I'm at like a subsidy thing that I use my life and my career to keep the Shrine working. And to make my environment here happy, I'll play free. And Sunday is the cheapest place you'll find for this kind of music, 1,000 naira on Sundays. And we have been doing this now for 22 years. But you'll be shocked that the neighbors, probably a lot of them have never been here before, because Shrine, Fela, over the years have said, this place is a dangerous place. But all the diplomats come here. More foreigners come here than you can imagine.